Topping today's news, the Prime Minister shares his thoughts on the controversy surrounding the Labor Day parade. The Minister of Education touts the expansion of the school breakfast program, a Bahamian student facing a long prison sentence in the United States, and the official opposition raising questions about the lack of transparency regarding that recent $20 million contract for Long Island infrastructural upgrades. This is your JCN Evening News. I'm Jarino Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us. The Progressive Liberal Party has recently received criticism over their decision to launch their re-election campaign tomorrow at the Serrano Fox Labor Day Parade. The Trade Union Congress, the TUC, announced that they will boycott this year's Labor Day March, saying that this is the launch of a political movement as opposed to a labor movement. Prime Minister Philip Davis has shrugged off this criticism, responding with the following.
I don't know what the criticism is about, but because from the Labor Day March began, from Labor Day was made an official holiday, the Progressive Liberal Party has been participating in the Labor March. And in fact, if you look at the original Constitution, and it's still in our Constitution, the Labor Movement has a seat at our National General Council meetings.
Mr. Davis was asked what the electorate should expect with the PLP planning to continue with the launch of their campaign for the 2026 general election, and afterwards they're going to have a party at Clifford Park in honor of the Prime Minister's birthday on June 5th.
Friday.
They should expect to hear some of the things that we have done, some of the things that we plan to do, and acknowledging that we have done a lot, but there's still a lot of work to be done. And we will tell the Bahamian people what we met, how we fixed it, that the mess is being cleaned up, and we are now in a position to do much more with and for the Bahamian people.
On Friday, the Trade Union Congress plans to host their own Labor Day event at the historic but dilapidated House of Labor. The TUC is advocating for the government to build a new headquarters for the labor movement. While addressing measures related to expenditure for the upcoming fiscal year, the Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Philip Davis, announced that his government has been moving forward with the second phase of its comprehensive public service salary review. The first phase, now complete, focused on middle management and above. The Prime Minister said public servants will see an increase in their salaries at the end of this month, with Phase 2 bringing salary adjustments of 2% to 8% for the remainder of the public service. The government believes it is a vital step to help restore purchasing power lost to inflation, while also promoting fairness, retention, and morale across the public sector. Prime Minister Davis announced that his government was also expanding the health insurance coverage for all government employees. Also, during the budget debate today, Minister of Education and Technical and Vocational Training, Gladys Hannah Martin, shared more details on the expansion of the National School Breakfast Program after the overwhelming success of the pilot program.
This program was launched in October 2023, not that long ago, as a pilot in 4 primary schools in New Providence. What began as a modest pilot has grown with speed, precision, and purpose into a nationwide investment in health, equity, and learning. By November 2023, the program extended to 4 Family Island schools in Exuma, Cat Island, Abaco, and Grand Bahama. And by April of 2024, 5 more schools in New Providence were added. By May of 2024, over 4,300 students across 13 schools were receiving free breakfast, a number that has grown dramatically since.
According to the Prime Minister, the breakfast program is one of the things he is most pleased with during his administration, as he sometimes sits and has breakfast with the students. Meanwhile, Hannah Martin reminded that research has shown the link between breakfast in schools and the attendance and learning rate of students increasing.
This government, Madam Speaker, backed its vision with resources. The breakfast program's budget was increased from $1 million in 2023, as I've described, to $5.7 million by September of 2024. As of February 13, 2025, the program had already served over 500,000 breakfasts, and by the end of this school year, we expect to surpass 933,000 breakfasts served, nearly 1 million free breakfasts.
In schools where the program is active, administrators are reporting strong engagement and a noticeable shift in school culture for the better. During debate on the budget on Wednesday, Prime Minister Philip Davis explained the government's position on its projection of a balanced budget with a surplus. He also spoke of various benefits the balanced budget can have for the country in terms of being able to weather unforeseen economic storms and increase borrowing power. He said another benefit was experienced while he was in New York last week for the second annual Bahamas Investments Forum.
Last week, just after I delivered the budget communication to this House, I went to New York to address a major business investment seminar to investors interested in investing in the Bahamas. There was a long line of serious investors with significant proposals because of the boost in confidence in the Bahamas. Yeah. I never tire, Madam Speaker, of telling people about how wonderful our country is and the kind of opportunities we wish to attract in order to support our national development.
The government is seeking investors in a variety of sectors like manufacturing, finance, tourism, agriculture, energy production, and technology. And finally, in this segment, both the Prime Minister and Minister of Economic Affairs, Michael Halkitis, are on record as saying that the government has been able to revive the economy and project a balanced budget without increasing taxes since coming to office. This is something that Deputy Leader of the official opposition, Shannon Dawn Cartwright, he vehemently disagrees with. Mr. Cartwright explained his position with a point of order during the Prime Minister's contribution to the budget debate.
This is how it's misleading, Madam Speaker. The Prime Minister said that they did not increase taxes. Besides reducing VAT to 10%, they increased taxes on bread basket items simultaneously, Madam Speaker, 100%. And that is a fact. So much so that in the Prime Minister's communication last week, a week before last, Madam Speaker, they've come to clean it up now, to now reduce it to where we already had it, Madam Speaker. So it's not correct to say that they did not increase taxes, Madam Speaker. There was a tourism levy, an increase of $2 for every Bahamian that leaves this country. No matter what you call it, a levy, an increase, whatever it is a tax, Madam Speaker.
The government maintains that it has not increased taxes, but has instead improved revenue collection and created new revenue streams in order to generate funds to meet its obligations and invest in infrastructure. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back following these commercials.